half, what was going on? They were able to run the option pretty well.
Yeah, the more than anything, offensively, we're just getting a lot of 3 and outs. And if you give a good team like Lenoir-Rhyne that many possessions, they're going to capitalize. And that was a factor of the offense not really finding a rhythm. And we were fortunate we got a big play before the end of the first half, and then allow our guys. We got a couple first downs, allowed our guys to get some confidence and really get rolling.
Tell me about the quarterback there. He was able to make some yards until he got hurt.
He was, and that's why they call it triple option. Last year we got killed by the dive, and this year we did a pretty good job of taking the dive away, and now it seemed like the quarterback gave us more issues. So they're very good at what they do, and it seems like if you take away options 1 and 3, then 2 is going to get you, and that's what got some tonight. And our guys did a good job adjusting, and more than anything, we bounced back by being physical, and that's how you win football games. It's a physical sport. You're not going to finesse and beat anyone. And our defense really anchored in when the offense got some plays that gave those some momentum, and then we lined up and were physical with it.
How was Grossi able to adjust? It seemed in the first half he's having some problems. Balls are getting dropped on him. Had a strong second half. How was he able to adjust at halftime?
Yeah, so much of the wide receiver game is timing, and I think that delay hurt those guys a little bit. They get their route timing before they go out, and now you got to go back and warm up, and your arms tight, and the fact that we're going 3 and out, it doesn't really allow your arm to get very loose. So that had something to do with it. Also, Lenoir-Rhyne was doing a great job early in the game with their pressures, and offensively we didn't do a great job picking them up. So it's always tough when you're getting hit in the side of the head when you're trying to throw a ball, and he never was able to get comfortable early. Later on, you saw we did a couple of no-huddle sets with Grossi calling it, that he was able to, our offensive line was able to settle down, which has allowed him to settle down and make some plays.
Toward the end of the first half, you called some strategic timeouts, and it paid off for you when that fumbled.
Yeah. The thing we always said was the negative thing about the option is the more plays they get, the more chances they have to score. But I knew with them having 90 yards to drive the field, they probably were going to play it conservative. So I knew every chance they could pitch that ball was a chance they may fumble it, and that's why we did that. We thought about going in for the half, but I have complete faith in our defense, and I know that if the more pitches they have, the more opportunities they have to fumble, and that's, you got to switch the way you look at it. It's more opportunities for them to score, but it's also more opportunities for us to get a fumble or a big play, and that's what happened to happen.
You're probably thinking about what you're going to say at halftime, and then suddenly it was 21-7, and the momentum was with you.
Well, we definitely needed it. It definitely needed it. For more than any reason, our guys were able to get some confidence, and it's crazy what a mental game this thing is, where guys need something outside of their world to really influence their attitude, and we need to be more mature about that. We need to be able to, regardless of what's happening around, if it's 21-0 or if we're up by 21, we need to be able to be mature enough to play every play and play the next play.
What's it like to have a guy like Ponder kind of as a go-to guy, like a true go-to receiver in this offense?
It's extremely nice. No, Ponder had a good night, but also Randall Hawkins had a good night. Ryan Stewart had a solid night, and then Derek Williams had some big catches on some third down. So it's nice to have Ponder, because I think knowing that Ponder's in the game, people were going to tilt their coverages that way, and Zach did a good job of not forcing the ball his way. Early on, Zach had a couple balls that if he would just let him cross the middle, we may have gotten some bigger plays. But we settled down, and Ansel had a great game. Nice to see him get that touchdown.
Just kind of talk about the night. I mean, obviously Davon, the big hero on defense, but it seemed like the line kind of controlled the pace of things at times with Spencer and Silas and Josh up there. I was kind of talking about their night they had.
Yeah, our D-line actually got an article from Coach Houston from Lenoir-Rhyne saying that Lenoir-Rhyne had the best offensive line in D2. So it kind of lit a fire underneath their D-line, and they were very motivated to show them they weren't the best offensive line in D2. And they're going to get their running yards because they're great at it, and that's all they do. If we attempted 70 runs, we would probably have a lot more running yards as well. So our D-line, the first half they got us. The second half, our conditioning came through, our strength and conditioning came through, and it really showed at the end of the game.
Early in the fourth quarter, after the field goal put Concord ahead, you gave the ball to Chris Rodriguez. He had some big runs. What was your thought there about?
Well, more than anything, Chris Chris was the more experienced, more sure-handed back that we felt that in the pressure situation, in the clutch situation, he was a guy that we could trust. And I've been preaching to him, or if they give you a certain look to this formation, it's going to be out the backside. And we've repped it 25 times, and sure enough, they gave us that look, and he hit it out the backside for a long run. So it's nice to see those coaching points come out. It's nice to see a big run, and that really is what changed the game, because we were pinned in on a 9, I think. We're pinned on the 9-yard line, and we really changed the fields and pinned them down, and where they have trouble throwing the ball, it kind of finished the game.
What was the key to Concord coming back tonight?
We had confidence in each other. We knew that if we trust each other and played to our abilities, we could make a run and make this into a real game at halftime. And the coaches came in, made a few adjustments, and they gave us a little pep talk, and we executed. And that was probably the biggest change in the second half. We started executing better, and we just believed in each other. Like we break it down to family first.
What was your assessment of the ability of the receivers there for Lenoir-Rhyne? They caught some balls.
Towards the end, they caught a little bit, but in the beginning of the game, we were mainly focused on the pass. I mean, the run. The pass was kind of second nature, so we just tried to load the box, and we got a preseason All-American corner on one side and a 4-year starter on the other side, and we have real great confidence in those two, and we knew that if it came down to it, they would get the job done.
What was it like to be back on the field after not being able to play last year?
It feels real good. My first year missing the last 5-6 games, and then missing all of last year, it feels real good to finally make it back out there and make a few plays for my team, and most importantly, get a win as a whole unit.
Describe the interception right at the end.
We was in like our base defense, and I don't know, I just read what the quarterback was trying to do. He gave the receiver a little motion route in the middle of the play, and I just seen it, jumped it, and came through for my team in the end.
You were here for last year when Lenoir-Rhyne took the win, and tell me how it will feel going into the next game 1-0.
Hey, it's a big confidence to come out and get a home victory for your first game, and we just feel real good going into our next game. We're gonna make sure everybody is 100%, and it's no slouch that we're playing next week. We're just gonna focus in and prepare right throughout the whole week, and come out next Saturday and make it happen.